Hi everyone, we're off on our first adventure. We have decided, even though the van's not completely done, it's about 80% done, we have decided that it's usable, we're taking it anyway. We are heading north, getting out of the heat, and tonight, it's about 7:30 now, we are trying to drive, while there's little traffic, north of New York so that we don't get into New York traffic, and we'll spend the night somewhere up there, probably in Connecticut tonight, just in a truck stop or something, and then get up whenever we feel like it and have a leisurely drive all the way up to Maine tomorrow. And then we're gonna see what it takes us when we get to Maine. We are arrived at our first destination. What do you think, Soph? Huh? You like it? All right. We are here at the Harbor Portland Headlight, which is just around the corner. So that's the actual lighthouse out there. And then back here is all part of the fort, which I didn't initially realize was here at all. I'm hoping in this wind you can hear, and Sophie has found herself an attraction over there. She's very interested in that other dog. But there's a lovely beach there too. We're gonna head over to the lighthouse here in a couple of minutes and have a look at that. But we are here having lunch, hot dogs. We were looking at lobster rolls, which they sell up the hill, and for a tiny one, it was $28 for lobster roll. And I thought, we're going to go someplace less touristy and get a lobster roll later, a lot less, and probably a better roll. So we have here is a hot dog, which mine is blowing over in the wind, so I'm going to have to eat it. But it's a lovely day. Cheers. How's that? Yeah? So we are just getting ready to head north, leaving Portland. We went to a couple of lighthouses yesterday, met some other van life people, and that was Jason, Danielle, with their little dog, and it was nice. We chatted vans. They are doing 50 states in 50 days, which is insane, but hey, power to them. Anyways, we're heading north. We're gonna go to a place called 5 Islands, and see what we can do about finding some fresh lobster right off the boat and right on the dock. So we'll see how we go with that. And I think we're just going to do a couple of stops along the way. It's not going to be too bad today. It looks like it's a beautiful day. And we'll show you 5 Islands. It's a lovely spot. I've been there before. We'll have a bit of a panoramic view and all that kind of stuff, and hopefully park right on the water. So it should be fun.
So we just got our first lobster rolls. I'm so excited. We couldn't find any yesterday. And fresh wild blueberries on the side of the road, which Maine is known for. And we also have a blueberry pie, which I will show you later. So we're going to dig into these right now. So excited.
Taste one. Tell me what you think.
Taste them. Oh my god. Let's see. Very good.
What was your rated out of 10?
10.
10 out of 10?
I like butter.
Let's have a look at that close up.
You could get it with mayonnaise or butter on top. Butter's the way to go.
Still a 10? Second bite's as good as the first? All right. So we're getting ready to have some pie, and guess what Kelly whips out? She's got this fancy porcelain pie cutter in the van, of all things. And of course she's got a whole can of whipped cream for our pie, because Kelly can't have pie without whipped cream, or the other way around.
Everything I eat comes with whipped cream.
Yes, pretty much.
My. Look at that.
Oh, yum. Yum, yum, yum. Can't wait to taste that. So we both like pie. If you can't tell by looking at the size of that piece. Oh my goodness.
I'm adding more to mine.
You adding more to yours too, because
I feel like
you're getting a bit of pie envy?
Yeah. I had made a tragic mistake here with my measurements.
All right, well, let's see how much whipped cream you put on these things. That looks like a pie on its own. Goodness me, all right. Wow. A lot of whipped cream. Sophie's feeling left out.
Oh, she loves her whipped cream too.
Of course.
Here's Sue. Here you go.
Oh my goodness.
Here you go, girl.
Loving her whipped cream.
We're here at the Five Islands in Bath, Maine. Sophie's enjoying the water. Met another dog she's been playing with. They're having a catch. The water is so cold. I couldn't even get up to my knees in it. But looks like they're venturing out. No thank you.
Just see it. The beach we were at earlier is just there. Lunch with a view.
He's not just talking about me.
Double view. So this is Northeast Harbor, right outside Acadia National Park. Some serious money on some of those boats out there. So this is our harvest host for the night. We're out in basically this empty paddock. It's in this vineyard and orchard place. A little bit of a view. And we're right out here in the orchard. Oh, and we have some friendly pigs nearby. So this should be interesting. Sophie hasn't seen them yet. Hopefully it stays that way for a while. But We got a nice view. That's a good plus. There's a bit of a breeze, which is even nicer. And there's Miss Kelly cleaning the van again.
I'm good for Hero. My hiking pants.
Hello everyone, Future Josh here. Sorry to interrupt the video. When we first shot this video, the rules regarding filming in national parks were that you were allowed to do it and still publish it on sites such as YouTube. That has since changed. That ruling has been overturned and you're no longer allowed to do that. So we've had to take out all of the footage from us hiking up the mountain and being at the top and all the views and all that. So we'll rejoin right after we left the park when we were going for a shower. So enjoy the rest of the video. Okay, so Kelly and I just got back from having a shower. Actually, I'm back. She's still in the shower. After our long walk, let me tell you, oh, beautiful, beautiful. Paid, I think, $3 for 4 minutes of a hot shower after a long walk. We are hot and sweaty and grimy. Wonderful. And Sophie was here. She's out. She's so tired. Practically dragging her back if I was going to have to carry her. So she is going to sleep well tonight. So am I.
We're currently headed up to Lubec, which is the most northern tip of Maine on the coastline, pretty close to Canada. So we had a great day hiking, just had a shower. Today's day 5 of our shakedown trip, as we call it. So we're about 80% done the van, and we wanted to go on a trip and see what it was like to live the life and work out some of the kinks. So we haven't been shown a lot of the van build just because there's so many final touches that have to be done, and I'd rather just wait to do the van video later. So this is our very first videos that we're recording our trip and just the experience of living the life in the van. So for me, some of the takeaways I've had so far, this is day 5, is that packing, I use those packing cubes for the clothes, and I think I need to label them and rearrange them differently because every time I need to get something, I bring everything out and then put everything back, and I can't remember where everything is. The kitchen cabinet, which we do have up, as well as one in the back. The kitchen cabinet, we have containers, and I think the containers to hold different things are too small, and I definitely want a rack or a spice rack for that and my vitamins, which I think will help clear out some of the cabinetry space in the galley. So we didn't really have anywhere to hang all the wet towels after showering, so there's a space over the slide door that opens. I think we're going to try to build some holders, towel rack holders there, and maybe put spice rack above that to clear up some space in the galley. It's surprising when you're in the van at night and you're tired after being outside all day. It feels very homey. I never felt uncomfortable or had any trouble sleeping, which is kind of surprising. You just kind of lose all sense of where you are, and you're not really thinking about what's outside. It feels very comfortable, very safe. The place gets really disorganized very quickly. Even when you have everything out and you're making a meal or getting dressed or looking for something, but by the same point, it takes only a minute to put everything back together. So those are some of the points I'm taking away so far. I've driven the van for the first time, and you definitely have to be careful on the turns. It rides really well and has great pickup, but it's just so large, and you just have to be careful. We had to repackage some things and resort some things because of things banging around a little bit, but that's just such a small thing. So more will be revealed. We are currently in the town of Beluga. You can see our van in the distance. This is a town, it's the most northern point on the eastern coast before you get to Canada. Hi, Josh. So if we walk down here, you can see the bridge that's at the Border Patrol, and that bridge is the bridge into Canada. So we're standing in the US and looking out over at Canada. The tide is just starting to come in, and just to give you an idea of the span, if you look at this pole, you can see the water line and see how tall Josh is. We would literally be underwater currently.
Time he came, he brought the other engine back. Right. And he had two of them bikes here, you know. Yeah. Hello. This is some of my junk.
This is John's collection. Well, a very small part of his collection, I believe.
Yeah, I'll tell you what they are if you want.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a 48 Harley. It's called Panhead. These are all Panheads.
Yep.
That's a 64, that's called a dual glide. That was a 1955 Hydroglide. 54 Hydroglide. That's a 57 Hydroglide. Over here is a 50 Hydroglide. And that's a 49. This one and this one have tank shifts. That one's a foot shift bike. Another foot shift bike. That was the tank shift bike. That's a foot shift bike, that's a tank shift bike. Difference is the clutch is on your foot, the shifter's in your hand.
Yep.
This over here is an Indian race bike. This raced at 48 Daytona by a guy named Luke Bear. That's another race bike, that's a flat tracker, that's an Indian, this is a Harley. This was an old race bike that we set up for the road. That's an Indian, it's a mutt, it's a Sport Scout. That Sportster there is an XLR, it's a 61, they didn't make a lot of them. That's another Panhead, that's a 51 Panhead. This is a WLD, it's a 45-inch, kind of a fast street bike, and that's most of a Panhead police bike. These are a couple of cushions up here. That's an overhead valve one, probably around 1961 or 2. This one here is in the 40s. That's the original cushions. And that's a Harley Davidson topper. They made those like 59 to 61 or something like that. Yeah. And,
If somebody was interested in one of your bikes, how would they reach you?
207-282-7229.
Okay, so we are here at Sandy River Beach, and beautiful. We're like the only ones here. Like a couple of locals. There are rocks here on the sand, and then as soon as you get into the water, the rocks disappear, and it's this beautiful sandy bottom beach. The water's pretty cold and shocking when you first get in. Okay, alright, let's be honest. It's really shocking when you get in first because it's so cold. But now that I'm walking in for a second time, it's actually not too bad. It's not shocking, it's maybe because I'm numb. But it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. But I think it's cold enough that Sophie's not coming in, and it's very unlikely then that Kelly's gonna come in too. But that's fine. But it's just it's a nice beach. It's a nice beach way up here in the north of Maine with some very cold Maine water, but beautiful, picturesque, magnificent.
Did you have a good walk? Sophie?
So we left Beale Island. Sorry,
I'm not that tall.
get the short people in. We left Beale Island this morning, and another great little park next to the bay for that one. And we've made our way to Taste of Maine for lunch. which is kind of right outside Bath, and it was great. We had a fantastic lunch, lots of lobster and butter and all that kind of good stuff. And we are heading south, heading home today. Hopefully we can get down to New Hampshire maybe or so tonight, and then the rest of the way home tomorrow. But so far it's been a great trip. What do you think?
My goal was to get lobster 6 out of 6 days, but 3 out of 6 is good so far. Today's been the best so far. I had a lobster pie. It was delicious. And
Yeah, definitely come taste of Maine if you are up this direction. Well worth it. So here we are, arrived back home, unpacking everything, taking the sheets off for laundry, all that kind of good stuff. Any last minute things we've learned about this trip? I know you gave a little bit of a list yesterday.
I have to learn where my head is because I've hit my head too many times in the cabin. There was one other thing, but now I can't think of it.
All right. We're learning. It was a good shakedown cruise, wasn't it?
Now we do it. Now we have to do a shakedown cleaning.
Yeah. We need to do a good clean and get everything the way it should be so we can finish building it out for the next one. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, please do that. It really helps the channel out and make sure that you don't miss any future videos as they come out. And we'll see you next time out there on the road.